Yo, RX back with another recap of UFC Vegas 71, Pavlovich versus Blaydes. Another fight night happened. Yeah, that's about the long and short of what I can say without giving too much away. It happened. Why the fuck are these fight nights being so underwhelming, bro? Or for some, they're getting run by stupid shit, and I'll talk about stupid shit in a little bit. But yeah, this was another underwhelming card like last week's. Was it better than last week's? Was it worse than last week's? I don't know. And no, it wasn't even a bad card. It's one of those cards that you watch and you're like, it's one of those cards you watch and you forget tomorrow morning, Sunday morning. So I don't know. Overall, it happened. But enough talking about it vaguely. Let's talk about it fully. So enough with that. Please like, comment, sub, 100 subs go by the end of the year. And let's recap some fights. We had 11 fights. Yes, I know I broke down 12, but on weigh-in day, Cachoeira missed weight, and that got cancelled. So, with that being cancelled, we got 11 fights, and fuck Cachoeira, she sucks. Yeah, losing Cachoeira kinda hurt this card, but still, it ended up being an okay card. And knowing Cachoeira decisions and how the judges were tonight, she would have got a robbery win. So, but enough being said about fights that didn't happen. Let's talk about fights that did happen. And we begin with the first fight of the night, which was pretty good. We got Brady, Bam Bam, Hiestand versus Danaa, Storm, Batgerel. Pretty good fight. In round one, it went a lot like people thought it would. Danaa did drop him and win round one. He did not get to finish. Round two was a lot like round one, but even more vicious. Danaa dropped Brady bad and just controlled him the whole round. Could easily be a 10-8. But then round three, Danaa was a little more gassed, Brady was a little more fresh, and Brady needed to finish, because unless you're being generous, it was 2-0 Danaa and could easily be a 10-8 round two, and Brady knew that, so he went at it, and halfway through the third, I believe, actually right at the end of the third, he got a takedown, and he just threw ground and pound. He was back control of Danaa, and he just threw a bunch of shots that were not blocked or defended well, and he got the TKO in the third. Do I agree with the stoppage? I get why he stopped it when he did, but I don't know if I agree with it. I think could have gone a little long. Danaa never he didn't really go out or anything. He was just taking unprotected shots, and weren't even hard shots. They were just shots. They were like clinch. They were close clinch shots. Like, they probably suck, but they were not damaging that much, if that makes sense. So overall, great comeback win by Brady Hiestand, and the kid shows heart. The one thing the kid does not show is head movement or striking defense. He's lucky he didn't get finished. I'm actually shocked he didn't get finished. And if he fights a guy like, let's just say, I can think of a couple bandweights, but even lower ranked guys like Johnson Martinez, Davy Grant, maybe Kyler Phillips, he's gonna get knocked out. So if he doesn't, his wrestling's great. Like, his wrestling's really good. It's his striking defense that's bad. His striking's even okay. He has a really good overhand right in this. At least tonight he did, and he has heart. He's young still, 23 years old, so he's getting better. He seems to get better striking. If he can get better striking, he could be a really nice bantamweight for the next 10, 15 years. Just that striking defense almost fucked him in this one and was the main reason he was the underdog. So, but the underdog does get to win, like I predicted, by the way. Right? And great win for Brady. Huge step up in competition from Fernie Garcia, and he went through adversity, but he fought through that adversity and got the win, which might be as good as getting just a dominant win. So Brady showed a lot of heart here. A lot of things to like about Brady at the end of this performance. The only thing to dislike is, like I said, his head movement is non-existent, but patch that up for next fight if he's fighting a strong striker like another Danaa, and he fucking will be. I think Brady has a lot of potential. Like, now 2-1 in the UFC. His one loss, a fight he could have won, and then back-to-back nice wins with, and again, I feel like being better at that again. He won a fight that was a huge step up in competition from his last fight. So not bad for Danaa. Ooh, it's not a good 3 L's in a row now. 2 of them being dominant. This one being a fight that he was pretty much winning until the end. Does he get cut? Can you get... First question I asked, are you really mad at his losses? Not really. Chris Gutierrez is a great fighter. We all know that. Kung Ho Kang, you're questioning that one. That one looks bad. Brady, I don't think that's a bad loss. I know a lot of people might disagree. I don't think that's a bad loss. I think that was... there's way worse guys to lose to. But now the question comes in, does Danaa get cut? I would say so. 3 L's in a row. Yeah, again, to play devil's advocate, who he lost to, but still. He wasn't losing to, like, if he's losing to guys like fucking, if we're saying, O'Malley, Marab, and Sandhagen, then yeah, you're not gonna get cut. But Gutierrez, Kang, and Hiestand, some problems. I think he gets cut, and he's like 33 years old, so I think he gets cut. If he doesn't, he gets one more fight, and I'll talk about who that should be against in a second. So overall, good fight. And now, who do they fight next? Brady made an interesting call out of Christian Rodriguez. I don't see that happening. I don't hate that matchup at all, but I don't see that happening. So who would I like to see Brady fight? I don't hate Holly and Paiva. I think that's a good one. Ronnie Lawrence is not bad. Eve or Miles Johns, even one of those I think will work. I think I really like the Paiva one. I think that would be a good step up for Brady, and would be a good test for him, a good fight. So, and then for Danaa, if he doesn't get cut, I don't hate him and Ricky Torcios. I don't hate him versus even maybe Raw Rosas, but I think he's gonna get cut, to be honest. So, and it's not a bad cut at all. Like 3 in a row, understandable. So, yeah, good fight to open the card. Nice underdog W. And overall, who should they fight next? I like Brady Hiestand versus Yahya and Paiva. And sorry, Danaa, I think it's your time to go, bro. So, overall, good showing by Brady, man. Kid's good. Now we start getting to the shit that pissed me off on this card. As we go to William Gomis versus Francis Marshall robbery. Excuse me. Francis Marshall won this fight. There's nothing more to say. He did not lose this fight. Like, this was a robbery. yes, round 1 and 2 were not the most eventful, but Marshall won the first. Gomes won the second, but Marshall won the first. And Marshall clearly won the third. Marshall got robbed. Nothing more to say. Gomes ain't that good. I don't get why people are high on this dude. He's not good. He's just a boring point fighter. Like, he's not fucking good. Marshall is way better. And Marshall is green as shit and he's way better. Like, yeah, Marshall's the better fighter that got fucking robbed. So there's nothing more to say. Like, nothing more to say. The one judge you fucking Ben Cartilage, your W. You actually scored it right. These other two dipshits are dipshits. So, yeah, not much more I'm gonna say on that fucking robbery. It's a sad thing. This was not the worst robbery of the night. We'll get to that later. Because, oh my lord, we got a lot to say. I got a lot to say. So, yeah, besides the robbery part of this, yeah, William Gomes ain't good. And I'm convinced that camp down in France with Gomes and God just produces the same fucking fighter. Because all you got is fucking point fighter. Because that's all those two are. They ain't good. Like, Gomes has shown me nothing in his first two UFC fights. In his first fight, he beat a nobody in fucking urns, and in this fight, he lost. So, I'm not impressed with him at all. I don't know why people are so high on this dude. He's not good. He's just not good. Simple as that. And then for Francis Marshall, I feel bad for a dude. He lost his O in a robbery. He won this fight. Yeah, is he still green as shit? Yes. His striking in the first round was very underwhelming. But overall, he was the better fighter. Simple as that. He got robbed. Nothing more to say. Who should they fight next? I don't hate William Gomes, maybe versus TJ Brown. I take TJ Brown on that one, by the way. I think a step down in competition just makes sense because he lost this fight. For Francis Marshall, I don't mind Mike Trezano. Steve Garcia would be fun. Or something like that. Maybe let him beat up Tucker Lutz. I don't hate that. Yeah, one of the fuck English. Any of those work, I think. So, yeah. Overall, this fight was a fucking robbery. It was the fight overall, taking out the robbery, was underwhelming. But yeah, this fight was a robbery. And who should they fight next? I don't mind William Gomes versus TJ Brown. And Francis Marshall versus, we'll say, Tucker Lutz. I like that one. So, yeah, overall, I think both those fights make sense. Gomes gets a step down competition because he lost. And Francis gets to beat up Tucker Lutz. So, I don't see the problem with either. Robbery. After that, a fight that I was hyped for, but it completely disappointed. Because one dude decided to just not fight. He wanted to just hug for about, we'll say, 7-8 minutes. We have Mohammed Usman versus Junior Tafa. Why did this fight suck? Oh yeah, because Mo Usman is the brother of Kamaru Usman. And that means if the Usmans are winning, it's boring. Long story short of this fight, round 1 was Mo just surviving because Tafa had him hurt really bad and had close to finishing him. And then in round 2 and 3, Usman just laid on him, and he didn't even do damage on top. He literally just laid on him for about 7-8 minutes and got the win. Fuck. If you said you gave Tafa 1 and 2 because Tafa did hurt him on the feet in round 2, I don't think you're wrong. Dude, he did the only eventful thing in the last fucking 10 minutes of the fight. Yes, Junior Tafa is trash, but still, he did the most eventful shit. So it's kind of, I don't know. I'm not calling it a robbery because I get why they give to Usman, but overall, what a boring fight. What a disappointment of a fight. Like, I was so hyped for this fight just for it to be so bad. And this, and I thought about this watching this live. This should not be on a UFC card. This should be on fucking Bellator or the regional scene. These two dudes are not UFC level. Mo is trash, and Junior is fucking trash too, let's not lie. Like, hell, the funny thing, out of the 4 fighters, the Tafas and the Usmans, only one's actually good, and he's washed now, and that being Kamaru. Fucking Mo's trash, Junior's trash, Justin's trash, and fucking Marty's fucking washed. So, I'm not impressed with the winner of this fight. I'm not impressed with this fight overall. So, yeah. To talk about Mo, there's not much good to say. If you thought the Ponga performance was underwhelming and not good, my god, he somehow had a worse one. He looked awful on the feet, and all he did was lay and pray he can make it to the decision, and he did, but my god, not an impressive win in the slightest. Like, this is, fuck, I think his tough wins were more fucking impressive because he actually fought. Like, he just did not fight. When he got to the ground, he literally just did not fucking fight, dude. It's annoying. Fucking annoying, dude. Nothing more to say. He did not fight. And for Junior, I guess, to play devil's advocate as much as I want to shit on him, it was his 5th fight. Should he really be in the UFC? No. Why is he in the UFC? His last name. Like, he's not good. Simple as that. He's not fucking good at all. I think Justin's a better striker. And that's saying a lot, because Justin Taffa is not a good striker. He's just powerful. And my god, can Junior Taffa not wrestle to save his goddamn life? Dude is garbage at wrestling. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. And let this sink in. You classify these guys as heavyweight prospects. That's how shitty heavyweight is. That these guys are prospects. These guys are trash. So, but I guess we gotta talk about what is next for them. For Mo, Jesus. I don't hate a rematch of Dontel Mays. Or fuck it, Mo Usman and Justin Tafa. Why not? Why? That makes the most sense. Tell me that doesn't make sense. That's the fight you do. Holy shit, that's kind of genius. I didn't even think about that till right now. Do Mo Usman and Justin Tafa now. You tell me that's not genius. Genius. For Junior though, there's not much. I don't know who you give him, cause even like the shitty heavyweights are already booked or cut. So I don't know who you're giving him. Christ. I guess you could give him. Fuck. You could give him. Goddamn, heavyweight's so bad. You can give him either fucking. I don't hate him versus Lucas Brzezinski, or actually I like him versus Josh Prisian more. Makes sense. Do that fight in Australia. The Sydney card he's gonna main event. Just makes sense to do that. So yeah, it just makes the most sense to do that fight. So overall, very sad that this fight sucked, and overall this fight should not a UFC level fight. These two dudes were not good. But who should they fight next? I think Mohammed should fight Justin Tafa, which again, tell me that's not perfect. And Junior should fight Josh Parisian. I think both make sense. Like I said, Mo fighting Justin after beating Junior. You're telling me that's not comedy gold, let alone just perfect. And Junior gets an easy one against Josh Parisian. So, not much more to say. After that, we move on to a fight that was kind of pretty good. I know a lot of people shit on this fight, but I don't listen to what people said for this fight. This fight's a lot better than people are making it out to be, in my opinion. I thought this was a pretty fun fight. Yes, a lot of it was underwhelming, but overall I think it was good. And the fight I'm talking about is Norma Dumont versus Karol Rosa. Good fight, in my opinion, and predictable, but not a bad thing. And it pretty much went predicted. Dumont's a really good striker, and she showed it. Rosa had, like, in round 1 and 2, Dumont, when they were striking, was just way better, and then in round 3, Dumont did gas a little bit, and Rosa did clip her pretty hard, but for some reason she clinched and did not go for the kill and lost a clear 29-28. Yes, the judges actually got it right. I'm shocked. Yeah, another good performance by Dumont. Was it as good as her Wolf performance? No. But another decent performance against someone who's a decent fighter in Rosa. And yeah, she's making a strong case for a featherweight title shot. Does that mean much? No. But one more win, I'll talk about against who in a minute. And as crazy as it sounds, I think she actually can beat who I'm thinking about putting her up against. One more win, I don't see, after Nunes beats Pena and maybe after Nunes beats Pena and then fights the winner of Raquel and Irene. Want to have Norma be the backup for that fight and fight the winner at 45 or even 35 if she can actually ever make it. Dumont, and I know the Megan Anderson knockout puts a really bad shadow on Dumont and the Lad main event and being a featherweight, but she's actually good. Like, if you honestly just watch her fight, take away the Megan knockout and the featherweight division being a joke, she's actually really good. She has pretty strong striking, very powerful at times, and her wrestling ain't terrible. So, like, she's good. Like, it's crazy to actually say that she is not a bad fighter. Trust me, I won't lie to you. I thought she was a joke for a minute. Until the Wolf fight, I thought she was a joke. The Lad main event, that was a joke. Jason even. But that Wolf fight, really, she really just, it was, and I'll make a good comparison for it later, but it was literally just a showcase for Dumont, and I think that was the best thing for her. Without a performance like that, I don't think you'd make a case for a title shot. But after a great performance like that, and now another win on top of it with Rosa, and then one more, title shot. Either. To talk about Rosa, not much to say. I think Rosa has hit her ceiling in the division. She is ranked, what is she ranked at? I think she's 13? She is rank 9. Yeah, she's hit her ceiling. If you look at everyone above her, she's never gonna beat them. Fucking Kianza, no, I take it back, she'll beat Yana Santos, but just look at like 99% of the people above her. Kianza, Aldana, Vieira, Holm, Pennington, Pena, all beat her. Like, and all the people under her, Bruno, Silva, you can flip a coin. She beats Tay. I think she already beat Aguilera. She probably beats Nunez, Josie Nunez, and Chelsea Chandler. Like, she's hit her ceiling. Unless she gets really good out of nowhere, she's hit her ceiling. So not like I kind of feel bad for her because now she is stuck in this middle ground with Macy Chasson, but there's nothing more you can do. Like you're not unless you get crazy good, crazy quick. You've hit your ceiling, and again, maybe outside of Yana Santos and Macy Chasson, I don't see her beating anyone ranked above her. And now she's gonna drop in her rankings to probably around 12 to 13. Not the best thing in the world for her, so yeah. Now to talk about who they should fight next, and the fight I'm about to say is gonna be, you're gonna think I'm insane, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but really, I'll break down why you should do this fight in a second. But the fight I think you should do for Norma Dumont is Holly Holm. Hear me out. I know you're saying, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, think about this. Holly Holm's in a weird position right now. She's ranked 3rd. If you look at the people above her, she's not fighting Pena. She's already beat Raquel twice. She already beat Vieira. She already beat Aldana. Who is she gonna fight? Well, she wants to make a case for a title shot. Coming off a nice win versus Yana, she has no one to fight until now. Why not fight Norma Dumont at 145, somewhere Holm has fought before? And if you win, you just put yourself in a very nice case for a title shot. It's a high risk, high reward fight for Holm and Dumont. With there being no 145 rankings, you can just, and now she's ranked 9. It's not as insane. Now ranked 13, yeah. Now she's ranked 9 and maybe even ranked higher than that. You can make a nice case for it. So a number 1 contenders fight between Holm, a next one, because Raquel and Irene is a number 1 contenders fight, but a secondary, I guess, number 1 contenders fight. Plus, it's already booked 2 years ago. Like, the reason Dumont and Ladd was the main event is because Holm pulled out and Ladd stepped in. I don't see why not do it. Like, and I don't know who else you have Dumont fight. If you look over rankings, she already lost to Chasson. Why feed Yana Santos to her? Irene, Raquel, and Pena are busy. I don't see the point of a Penny Kianda fight. Same thing with Kelly Veda. I think those two should fight each other. Holly makes most sense. I know saying it out loud, Norm Dumont should fight Holly Holm or vice versa. Sounds insane, but if you really break it down and think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Holly wants a title shot, but needs another win and has no one to fight it until now. Norma wants a title shot. There's no 145ers to fight. Why not someone who fought at 145 before and would probably be willing to not have to make that 35 cut? Makes most sense. I think that would be a nice pay-per-view fight. Put it like second fight on a pay-per-view. Winner gets a title shot. So it makes sense, I think. I know a lot of people might disagree, but it makes sense, I think. And for Karol Rosa, what do you do as you now drop in the rankings pretty far, and now you take your second L in 3 fights? This L is a lot more understandable than the fucking McMahon loss, but this still is not a great loss. She did show a little bit of promise, but now she is dropping the rankings more. And who does she fight? Josie Nunez? I don't know. I think it makes sense. I don't see why not. Yeah, fight Josie Nunez. She has no one to fight. She's coming off a win. You're gonna be ranked only like 1 or 2 spots above her. That, or maybe Chelsea Chandler. Like Aguilera, I don't know if she's ever even gonna fucking fight again, and I don't know who else you could fight. So Chandler or Nunez makes sense. So overall, good fight. My personal pick for fight of the night for many reasons. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, overall good fight I think. And who should they fight next? I like Norm Dumont versus Holly Holm. I like Karol Rosa versus Josie Nunez. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't see the problem with either of those fights. And yeah, now we move on to a fight that shouldn't have fucking happened, and I'm not gonna talk much about because it went exactly as it should have. We have Montel Jackson versus Rani Yahya. Hey, you fucking did it. You got the first round knockout. I'm proud of you, Montel. You didn't fuck it up. I'm shocked. Yeah, he didn't. He actually got a first round knockout. Like, good for him. He did exactly what he needed to do. And another win he got, in a way, was he did end up on the ground with Rani, and he was able to get up. He didn't end up on the ground badly with Rani, but he still ended up on the ground and was able to get up. So that's a win in itself, and overall just good showing by Montel. He got a knockout over a veteran, even if the veteran should not be fighting anymore. And yeah, trying to remember. Yeah, it was just a step back counter left. It was nothing even special. It's just pretty basic, and it worked. Sometimes the most basic shit gets it done. So yeah, good for him. Yeah, not much to say about Montel. He's good, but do I really ever see him breaking into the upper echelon of 135? No. Do I really think he could beat guys like Kyler, Gutierrez, Saeed? No. But could he beat guys like Victor Henry, Davy Grant, Ronnie Yahya, Cody Garbrandt? Yeah, probably. He's decent. I think he's like if we're doing a tier list, he's like the most middle tier fighter. He's not amazing, but he's not bad. He's just fine. And to talk about Ronnie, you retire. Like, you go do grappling matches or submission on the ground if that's still in fucking working. Just go retire, dog, because you're not gonna beat these younger guys. Like, you can, yeah, I know, he was coming off a win against Kung Ho Kang, who sucks. And unless they give Ronnie more, just give Ronnie shitty fighters, which would be the point, he should not be fighting anymore. He's just gonna keep getting beat. Like, he looked bad. He looked slow. He looked fucking shitty. And he looked like a guy who should not be fighting. He looked way older than 38 physically in there. So yeah, I'm scared for who they give him next. I can see him giving him like fucking, I don't know, a young pros. Fucking Raw Rosa would be interesting. Nah, I don't know. I feel bad for Ronnie, but he should not be fighting anymore. Simple as that. So, not much more to say on that. 1 second. Fuck. To talk about who they should be fighting next. Montel now, 4 wins in a row. Yeah, some guys you could say he should fight. Who do I think he should fight? Ooh, I don't hate that fight. Yeah, I don't hate him against Hani Barcelos. I think that's a fun fight. Hani has come off a bad loss, a vicious knockout loss. Well, I don't see why not do that. That or Davy Grant, but I think I like the Ronnie Barcelos fight more. It's a huge step up, and it would be a good fight, I think. For Ronnie, and by the way, somebody forgot to say, come on, Ronnie, you gotta do better, man. JP Buys was able to survive. But, enough said about that. Yeah, to talk about Ronnie, who does he fight next? Retire, bro. If I was giving him a fight I would do, personally, I would try and find a dude like fucking who's like the oldest, who's the second oldest fucking bantamweight you got, or like someone who's not very like Brian Keller would be fine, fucking someone like that, or someone just shitty. You can't give him these young guys, man. He's gonna get destroyed. But knowing the UFC, what are they gonna do? They can give him to like Cameron Simon or fucking Rinya Nakamura, someone like that. Man, it's gonna suck. So, or Rosa again. I think that'd be interesting as fuck, but I don't see them doing that. So, yeah. Overall, Montel, you did what you had to do, and you got the knockout. Good job. And who should they fight next? I like Montel Jackson versus Honey Barcelos, and I guess Rani Yahya. We're against retirement, so overall, not bad. Fun, quick knockout, I guess. And speaking of fun, quick knockout, I'm not gonna say much about this fight because I don't care. We have Christos Giagos versus Ricky Glenn. Yeah, quick knockout. I'm not gonna say much. Ricky Glenn's trash, and this fight was flip a coin between two shitty fighters, and the shitty fighter won. Good for Giagos, I guess. Sadly, he ain't getting cut, but yeah, I don't think he's good, and when he fights someone who is good again, he is losing. And for Ricky Glenn, I think he's trash. Like, that Dawson fight was clearly either Dawson is overrated, a fluke performance by Glenn, or I don't know, or he's got really bad over about a year or whatever. So overall, good knockout by Giagos, and questionable stoppage, but I get the stoppage. I only think Glenn woke up because he head dove the fucking ground. So good performance. Prelims were fine. Highlights were really Dumont, Hiestand, and Jackson to a point. But now we move on to the main card, which was a roller coaster in a good and bad way. So, and we start off with the worst of the main card, and the worst and kind of best of the main card in a way. We have Jeremiah Wells versus Matt Semelsberger. Robbery. This is one of the worst robberies you'll see this year. So, in round 1 and 2, Matt hurt Jeremiah bad, almost getting the finish a couple times. But to end each round, Jeremiah did end on top and survived. Okay, I still think Matt clearly won the first 2 rounds. And then in round 3, yeah, Jeremiah just dominated him and easily won the third. But Matt should have won the first 2 rounds, right? Judges completely give the fight to Jeremiah for no reason. Fucking robbery. Nothing more to say. Matt got fucking robbed so badly. He won that fight. How do you almost damage counter beats everything? And not like Jeremiah even until round 3, he didn't even do much on top. He just fucking survived. This is a fucking robbery in the finest sense. I like Jeremiah Wells, but no, he did not win this fight. Not a fucking chance he won this fight. He lost this fucking fight, and it pisses. I said in the middle of round 2 they're gonna rob Semelsberger, and they robbed Semelsberger. He got fucked over. Nothing more to say. Not much to say. I'm not gonna give a who should they fight next, because this fight pisses me off too much. So all I'm gonna say is, was it really 5 of the night? Yeah. But I cannot give this 5 of the night because the robbery ruins it, and one of the worst robberies of the year. Maybe not Islam Volk or Pudilova level. It's not far under that though. So awful robbery. I feel bad for Matt. After that, we move on to a fight that I predicted to a T, and so did most people, but me included. We have Iasmin Lucindo versus Brogan Walker. Yeah, this was just a showcase for Iasmin. Like, she literally just did whatever the fuck she wanted. She looked, for 3 rounds, she looked very crisp with the striking, and just took Brogan to school. The one problem I had with Iasmin was she should stop throwing the flashy shit. Kicks, fancy kicks and all that. Just stick to striking. Because if she did, she might have got to finish or just might have beat her even worse. Because like, this was a beating. And to talk about something I brought up earlier, this was like Wolf and Dumont. This was just a showcase. Probably 100 other fights I can think of. But that's the first one that comes to mind. And yeah, this was a great... This is just a showcase for Lucindo like it should have been. It was just fucking sparring, if anything. She literally just sparred Brogan for 15 minutes. Brogan looked awful. For round 1, all Brogan threw was shitty leg kicks. In round 2 and 3, she threw a little more, but they were so little shots that it didn't even matter. Lucindo fucking made her look stupid. It was a beating, my guy. She fucked up Brogan pretty bad. And again, is anyone surprised? If you give Yasmin Halgui the fight she gave her, you're gonna be a problem for someone like Brogan Walker, who sucks. Brogan Walker ain't good at all. She got to the end of Tough because outside of Juliana Miller and Claire Goosery, everyone on that season, female-wise, sucked. If Claire Goosery was on the other side of the bracket, it would have been her and Miller in the finals. Because Walker's not good. Simple as that. Lucindo's a problem. And she's 21 years old. We've already seen what Yasmin Halguri is. What the fuck is Lucindo gonna be? Like, both are great. Both are just great fighters, and I would say that was maybe the best booking matchmaking the UFC has ever done. That was beyond S tier fucking booking. That was genius. Fucking genius booking by the UFC. And now, after another great performance, and now the win this time, who does Iasmin Lucindo fight next? I'm guessing she's a flyweight now, so let me look. Cause when I thought of this in my head earlier, I thought of a strawweight fight for her, but I'm guessing she's a flyweight now. So who could she fight? I don't hate maybe Sajara Eubanks, but I think that's a fucking step down. I think Lucindo should fight someone good. I know the UFC is gonna feed her someone kind of like weak, but in my opinion, she should fight someone good. Oh, Juliana Miller's right there. I don't hate that at all. Ooh, actually, that would be fucking fantastic fight. If you hear that, yeah, whatever. I don't hate fucking Juliana Miller. I think that'd be a fun one. I forget. I'm gonna go back and see who I said Miller should fight in my did I do a recap for Usman Leon? I did. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and look who I said for Miller. But if I said someone who's already booked or that I don't think as good as this fight, yeah, I'm gonna go with this. Cause I think it would be can you imagine Iasmin Lucindo and Juliana Miller just brawling for fucking 15 minutes? That would be amazing. Like, that'd be they're not gonna do that fight at all. I can tell you right now, the UFC doesn't do that fight. But I would. All that matters. And now to talk about Brogan Walker. Who does she fight next after an awful performance? Hell, I might say this was the worst performance than Miller. Cause at least Miller, actually both were terrible. Who could Brogy fight? You're not gonna. I think you give her a young prospect or someone young-ish to get a nice win. Mandy Bohm if she wasn't already booked. Yeah. Maybe... Shit, I'm not... Hell, maybe give her Sajara Eubanks. Fuck. Actually, do you really want Eubanks to get another win? No. I don't know, I don't... Maybe the winner, or maybe the loser of... No. I don't know, like, to be honest. Because really, nothing is like, outside of maybe Eubanks, which would make a lot of sense. I'm not really seeing any fights for Brogy. Like... The people that are available for fights, I think, are maybe Courtney Casey. I don't hate, but I guess I'll rock with fucking Jar Eubanks. So overall, great performance by Lucindo. She's not embarrassed me for calling her my lock of the night like some female last week, Piera. And who should they fight next? I like Iasmin Lucindo versus Juliana Miller. And I like Brogan Walker versus Sajara Eubanks, I guess. So, overall, great performance by Iasmin, and a name you should remember, a name you should keep your eye on for the next 10-15 years. So, yeah. After that, I'm not going to talk about this fight really at all, because we didn't get a winner. Bobby Green versus Jared Gordon, all I'm going to say is... Headbutt happened, which means a headbutt led to a knockdown, which led to TKO punches, but obviously headbutt means no contest. Rebook his fight for UFC 290. Nothing more to say. Rebook Bobby Green and Jared Gordon for UFC 290. Let Bobby Green be an international fight week. He would get a crazy pop, and yeah, I don't see why not do that. So, Bobby Green, Jared Gordon, 290. Or 291, 289. Any of those work. So after that, we go to the co-main event of the evening: Bruno Silva versus Brad Tavares. Yeah, I guess my instinct of going with who I felt more confident in worked. Yeah, Bruno showed up this time. I'm gonna write off the GM3 fight as a fluke, because I think that's all it was. Because yeah, Bruno's back. Yeah, this wasn't his greatest performance, but he looked good. Got the knockout. It looked good. Knocking out a guy like Brad like he did, is impressive. Yeah, it's a questionable stoppage, but how awake was Brad? Because he, on his way down, he looked out. Yeah, good win for Bruno, not much to say. This was a fight he should have won, and the only reason he was the underdog because of that GM3 fight. Without a GM3 fight, he's a huge favorite. Brad's Brad's not that good. Yes, he gave Drakus a fight, but how much of that because Drakus has no gas tank? Exactly. I'm not shitting on Brad Tavares either. He's a fine fighter. He's actually probably a pretty decent middleweight for middleweight standards. Just, I don't think he's much. I never thought he was, and I still don't think he is, so not much to really say in that regard. Yeah, it was a good fight. They brawled till someone dropped, and that was good. Good co-main. I'll say I was in the wrong for shooting on this fight on paper. They brawled. Then I don't know what I really expected between these two, so I'm happy they did fight how they did. So, and now what do you do next for both guys? I really got nothing else more to say. Yeah, Bruno's back on track now, and who does he fight? I don't think you give him too high of a guy, because again, he is coming off a GM3 fight, so yes, again, that was a fluke, but still, I don't think you throw him back into the wolves yet. Maybe versus, I don't hate him, versus maybe Mohammed Murdov. I think that would work. Yeah, I don't hate that. I think that'd be fine. I saw a couple people say Albert Duraev. I'm not a huge fan of that fight. I'd rather let Albert go fight someone else and let Bruno fight. I guess Mohammed Muradov. So, and then for Brad Tavares, who does he fight? I think you give him to a young guy. Like, I think if a Boostin just get booked, I think that would have made a lot of sense. How maybe him against Overdrive. I don't need Brad Tavares versus Andre Petroski. Petroski did pull out his fight at 288 and probably won't fight for a minute, so I don't hate that. So yeah, let's do that. I like that fight. That fight jumped off the page at me, so we'll do that. So overall, decent co-main, questionable stoppage, but I think it was a well-warranted stoppage, and it's cool to see Bruno back on track. And who should they fight next? I like Bruno Silva versus Mohammed Muradov. And I like Brad Tavares versus fucking Andre Petroski. So overall, good co-main. Good way to set up the main event, which is what we talk about next to end tonight. And all I'm gonna say is, I told you, all you motherfuckers, Blaydes is just gonna take him down. Blaydes is just gonna do it. Shut the fuck up. As in the main event, Sergei Pavlovich and Curtis Blaydes. Blaydes is just gonna take him down. No, he's gonna get knocked out. What happened? He got knocked out. Dude, I told you Pavlovich was easy money. I didn't even talk about this fight in my breakdown because it was so easy to predict. Blaydes ain't good. Blaydes is good when he fights shitty fighters. Jairzinho, Dawkins, Volkov. He would have lost to Aspinall. The only reason, I'll tell you right now, the only reason he was the favorite in this fight, because on the record books, which are wrong, he beat Tom Aspinall. Quotations. No, he didn't. He ain't good. He's just a shitty wrestler with no chin who can't strike. That's it. Pavlovich is actually really fucking good, and maybe people will finally see that. Yes, maybe the Ty and Lewis wins didn't show that because Ty and Lewis. But if this fight doesn't show that Pavlovich is good, you're an idiot. He is probably the second best heavyweight in the world. Right behind Jones, right in front of Tom Aspinall. Yes, Sorogan's not top 3, he's garbage. Stipe's old. Pavlovich is a problem. Do I think he's the Jones problem solver? No. I think Jones beats him just because John Jones. I will still pick Pavlovich because fuck John Jones, but I don't think Pavlovich is good enough to beat Jones. If we even get that fight, because if Jones does retire, what the fuck fight do you do? Just give Pavlovich the belt, honestly. You're not gonna do Gone. And Tom Aspinall comes back, beats Sorogan, or let's see, let's say Aspinall comes back, beats, we'll say we'll say Tai Tuivasa or Sorogan. And then I say if Jones retires after beating Stipe, fuck it, Pavlovich Aspinall for the belt. You tell me that would not be amazing? Holy shit, what a perfect way to usher in the new wave of heavyweights. Not shitty Sorogan, Pavlovich and Aspinall for the belt? Dude, you're telling me that would not be amazing? Co-main and London to fucking something, insert fight here. Dude, that would be amazing. Hell, main event worthy. Dude, and who wins that fight? I don't know. That's the first Pavlovich fight maybe ever. You can honestly make case like, I don't know who wins this fight. Pavlovich would really need to try in that fight because in the last couple, he's not had to try. So 6 first round knockouts, that's insane. Yeah man, Pavlovich is a beast, and you all are, the people who pick Blaydes are fucking idiots. And talk about Curtis Blaydes, who cares? Feed him to fucking, I don't know, Sergei Spivak or some shit. Let Tai Tuivasa knock him out. Do you really give a fuck? Or let Giagos Almeida beat him after he run through Jorginho. Blaydes is trash. He's the Bilal. He's the Dariush of the division. He just got there by beating shitty fighters. Come on. Have you noticed every time he fights someone good, Francis Lewis Pavlovich, he loses? I know it's crazy. Instead of coincidences. No? Maybe just me. Overall, you're a bunch of fucking idiots for counting out Pavlovich in a layup fight. So, nothing more to say. So that's the card. It's fine. To go over how I did on picks, I'm saying 8 of 11. Semelsberger and Marshall got robbed. 8 of 11, 4 perfect. It would have been 6 perfect, and it would be about 600-ish points in that ballpark. Only ones I got wrong were Glenn and Tafa. And yeah, I did good on picks. The bonuses went to only performance bonuses went to Pavlovich, Bruno, Silva, Christos, Giagos, and Montel Jackson. I'd agree, because I really don't think that was a fight of the night, to be honest. Yeah, either I think Wells without the robbery would be it, and if I had to give one with the robbery, I would give it to Dumont, but you're not gonna give it to Dumont. But yeah, I agree with all the bonus winners. Really can't. Hell, I would even say you could give Yahya and Lucindo one just for looking so good. But I think more people should get bonuses for having great performances like that. But that's just me. So yeah, that's the card, man. I think my overall thought of the card was just like last week's. To be honest, it was okay. Was it this great card? No. Is it something I'm really gonna remember by the end of the year or even tomorrow? No. And one last thing I want to do is, if I were telling someone, if you missed this card and I was telling you what I would rewatch, I would say Hiestand, Dumont, Jackson, I guess, Giagos, Wells, maybe Lucindo. So pretty much the only fights I wouldn't tell you to rewatch would be Gomis, Usman, and Green. So yeah, overall it was not a bad card in any means, just shitty judging like always, a couple questionable stoppages, and just 11. This card flew by, might I add. It did not feel like it was 5.5 hours. It felt like it was fucking an hour, but maybe that's just me. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about this card. It was fine, and now we move on to next week, which has Song Yadong and Ricky Simone now main eventing. Yeah, that fight's carrying that card because over the week we lost Payana Viana and Emily Ducote from the card. Josh Quinlan got rebooked on the card, which is great. So it's not a great card. Like, Kyle Borrelio's cool. Again, Josh Quinlan's really good prospect. Two debuting female fighters I'm very interested in. So overall, next week's card is, on paper, it looks like it's gonna be another it happened card, but those cards always over deliver. As cards like this one, which I thought were gonna be pretty good, kinda either delivered just enough or under deliver. Like last week, under delivered, I feel. But yeah, not much more I can say, guys. You'll hear from me again Friday, 1 p.m. EST. For Song Yadong Ricky Simone breakdown, and you'll hear from me the same bat time next Sunday for a recap of that card. Overall, hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me how you did on picks, what you saw of the card, anything else, anything you want, really. I don't give a fuck. And as always, unless I'm forgetting something to say, like, comment, sub, unsub, by the end of the year. I think I already said that. As always, RX.